What up? It's your boy T-Bear and Reaction. Today is Wrestling Wednesday. It's time for some Pllanna production WWE hot takes. I got my water ready because I'm going to be talking. The actual video is 8 minutes and 47 seconds long, but you know what the hot takes to me, it's going to take long because I'm going to say my piece as well too. So, the title of it, the worst title reigns in WWE history, and the thumbnail was Mr. Tribal Queep himself, Mr. Where is he? Yeah, first off, Boo That Man, Tyra Queen, and Boo That Man Dominic. Mr. Not him, he's cool. Not that, he's cool. He's cool too. Anyway, you know, no, we got photos. We got not the picture. He's in the picture. Yeah, Mr. Fucking Around found out. But let's see what Pllanna say about that as well too. Doing things the worst title reign ever. No comment. Not saying it is, but not rooting for it because I don't give a shit. But I will say it is questionable because because one, he barely is here. He's pretty much pulling what he complained about Brock Lesnar's pulling, and now I get it. Oh, this is wrestlers championship shouldn't be in every show now as well too. And then they try and call it. They try and go as well too. Cause Seth's talking about he's feeling a little. He need some rest and anything too. But nah, ain't about that. But still. Attitude era, we ain't dealing with that shit. Needed a ruthless aggression era though. So why we doing it now? This ain't territory days. This is what they try and do. I'm not here for it though. Bring your ass to work. He brings his ass to work once in a blue moon, but he should have been dropped the title. But that's another story. But anyway, unfortunately, we gotta wait to WrestleMania 40 for this bullshit to end. But other than that, and screw that guy who keeps asking you about why I hate Roman Reigns. I don't hate Roman Reigns, the man. I got respect for Joseph Benoit, especially when he went through. I just don't like the Tribal Queef version, heel version, because I don't fuck with heels, and I don't like his character in the first place. Anyway, that's another story. Let's keep going. Let's get it. Anytime now.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to another hot takes video. Let's jump right into the first one, which says that Roman Reigns' title reign is pathetic, and that is one hot take. But I see a lot of people saying this hot take more and more because this year Roman Reigns has barely defended the championship. I think he's only defended it 3 times against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. Then you had Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber, and then you had Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. So I understand why people are unhappy and they're pissed off with this championship title reign. And it's kind of funny because in the beginning of his title reign from 2020 through 2022, a lot of people said Roman Reigns might have the best championship reign in the history of the business. But now, ever since going part-time, a lot of people flipped their opinion. And this year, especially this year where he's only defended it 3 times, a lot of people aren't happy. And I understand.
Of course, going before, of course, with SummerSlam, but still. Yeah, like you say, before that, I didn't like it because he's ill and everything. I was tired of it, but now we got this, and it's getting like ridiculous now. And crazy about it was one is more ridiculous that is Rhea's, because she almost as bad as Roman though as well too. But at least she might be a little bit worse than Roman, to be honest. But let's keep going.
And where they're coming from, but unfortunately for me, I can't agree with this hot take because honestly, it's Roman Reigns, and anything he does is just pure cinema, and I don't really care about it because of that.
He sometimes Pllanna do rise on the Tyra Queef's dick. So
honestly, I don't mind him being champion for as long as he's producing some of the best work, some of the best segments, some of the best matches, and generating the most views. So if anything, I don't have a problem with it, but I see why a lot of people do. I wouldn't say it's pathetic. I still think it's one of the greatest, top 3, maybe top 5. Maybe it could even be the greatest of all time by the end of it. This hot take comes from Twitter from Ben, and he says that John Cena is better than The Rock in almost...
I was kind of low-key say he's better with the movies, though. I will say that. As better wrestler, I don't know about that. I'll say they're 50-50 on this one, but I will say he's a better actor, though. Cool. I'm not gonna lie. He's low key. His movies been doing a little more better than Rock as of late, though. You know what I mean? Rock's been a little questionable with his movies lately, though. So I don't know. So I can see why he made a hot take. So we'll see.
Every way. And when I first saw this, I chuckled, I laughed at it, but the more I think about it, the more I think that John Cena might have a better career than The Rock. If you think about it, at the end of the day, John Cena has been the face of the company for 15 years. The Rock only...
If you put it like that, then I do agree. So that's why I say that was good little analyst Pllanna Pllanna.
We had maybe 6 years, 6 good years. He did come back a little bit, but 6 years isn't too long. And besides that, John Cena was the face of the company. He was the #1 guy, while The Rock was the #2 guy behind Stone Cold Steve Austin for a good amount of years.
That is true.
I understand that The Rock did some great stuff, but if you really think about it, this isn't that far-fetched, and you can make the argument. I think, honestly, it can go either way, but I personally think John Cena might be better than The Rock, and I'll make a video on that if you want to see it. Houston says it is time to make Austin Theory a megastar like John Cena.
I'm going to say, please no, but I got a feeling they're going to do it anyway. Only reason the way this can change them all, they make him a babyface, and I doubt that's going to ever happen. But we'll see.
And The Rock. And I'm sorry, Houston H, but that is not going to happen.
Good.
I don't think Austin Theory has that kind of ceiling. He does.
Cena already buried him, so why?
A different level of charisma and a different level of superstardom. And Austin Theory is not on that level. I think Austin Theory can have a career like the Big Show. You know, he's had a couple of world championships. He was in main event matches. He was in big storylines and whatnot, but he wasn't really a superstar like The Rock and John Cena.
Yeah, I think he's going to be like a
star for the company. That's what I think Austin Theory's ceiling will be for WWE with, many years.
Like I said, I can see him being some top
and
chick.
Speaking of Austin Theory,
hold on. I think he's like I said, kayfabe side though, all kayfabe side, no spite him being the heel, whatever. I can say that he definitely had a chance to win some big titles here and there, but not like be the face of the company. I don't see that. And what this I ain't get to read, but I'm reading right here, and I have some work reading. You know what I'm saying. He needs better. That's what's going on with a lot, to be honest. A lot of the wrestlers just need a good storyline. Not really need a character change, just a good storyline. That's it. Like sometimes it don't have to be the character change. Just a good storyline. I mean, even keep them the way they are, where they faces or unfortunately they heels. But just change the storyline with them, and I agree with this.
Mystery says Austin Theory as a character is fine. He just needs the right storyline, and I disagree. I think his character is the problem. I think last year when he was under Vince McMahon's booking, he was an even better character, and ever since Triple H took over, he just has not been thriving because he doesn't have a character. He just talks about winning this, winning that.
Okay. Well, I didn't not when Pllanna put it like that. Think about it. True. Now, only thing about it might sound crazy. Maybe a face turn may do well. Who knows? But then again, who knows? Or possible he's not on Raw. That's the only thing. I'll say the way have a way arguing, but he's not on Raw right now unless they drop the draft again.
But besides that, that's not a character. He's just talking about winning matches and how he's the best ever.
That's what I thought this was going to be long is because it's 7 minutes right now in the videos. I'm only at 3 minutes of the video.
There's not much to it. At least last year he had more of a character with that, iPhone selfie thing that he was doing, So maybe you should go back to that, honestly. Okay. Awesome Ramsey says that Io Sky should take Rhea Ripley's title because she's not doing anything with it, and I
I said that shit too. She was better than Roman, not hold the title. But I feel like she's going to take. To be honest, I'd rather be Io versus Asuka. I mean, Asuka as well too. Only other way I see her going for a title, and I don't want it to happen, but officially going to happen. That's the only way they probably can make Bianca the heel, unfortunately, and then I gotta not root against my baby no more. I gotta root for her against my baby. I hate to do it, but that's how it is, unfortunately. But I rather be Io versus Asuka, to be honest, for the title. But if she has money in the bank cashing, so I don't know. But I wouldn't mind if she do cash on Rhea. I wouldn't mind. That'd be a cool feud. But in all honesty as well too, I low key want Shayna to take it though. But if this is what it takes for Shayna to get the title and for the folks who like her as a heel to please them, then I guess go along with it though, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'd rather it be Rhea versus Shayna feud for the title. Not me as a reverse from their NXT when, she came as a face to be the one to finally dethrone Shayna. Hopefully do. I would like Shayna to be a callback to her with that. But let's keep it going. First off, where's that Boo That Man fan right now? I'm gonna need it right now, not that one. Hell you not. Yeah, boo this man. A good friend cover face. Boo that man, Dominic, please boo that man heavily. Boo that man for Tuesday. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's keep going.
disagree. Even though Rhea Ripley doesn't have the greatest title reign in the history of the women's division or whatever, I think she should still have the championship because it makes her feel very important. If you watched Raw, Raw was all about Rhea Ripley. She feels like the main character, and I think the main character should have the World Heavyweight Championship, or at least in their division. So I don't want to see that title taken off of Rhea Ripley. I think Io Sky should cash in on Asuka. That would be pretty dope, and send her to SmackDown. The next hot take says that Rhea Ripley needs to be taught a lesson by Randy Orton. I thought
usually not about equals right if you fight. I'm usually about the female, but I would love for I would love Mr. Randy Keith Orton to give her a nice, great RKO. I would love it. I would love it. I will love it. I would love for him to catch. I would love him to catch RKO because one, I'm a little tired of interrupting matches. Well, two, she cost my girls their tag team title by getting Raquel hurt, and she cost Wesley the title as well too, leaving him a bloody head. And so, in order for her little sub Mysterio get the title, so yeah, I would love Orton to give her a nice RKO just cause.
this was funny, and honestly, I'd love to see it. Imagine Rhea Ripley taking an RKO from Randy Orton. He's the only person that's going to do it. He's the only person that really honestly is allowed to hit a girl because he's Randy Orton.
At least this time it'd be he'd do it as a face. This time do it as a face. I think all his RKO to women has been him as a heel. It'd be the first time he do RKO to a lady as a face.
And he does it to everybody, and we're okay with it. So when he does,
take that back.
Maybe you
guys
guys
I forgot about this.
The Judgment Day. I want to see an RKO on Rhea Ripley. Huda says that the World Heavyweight Championship is a failure.
I disagree. But I'm doing it because his folks already not liking this well too. Because you don't like Seth defending it or showing up all the time as well too. They're making Seth eat crow because of his recent statement as well too about him feeling beat up and all that as well too. So at this point, I disagree with it being a failure, but you know the hill dickhead's gonna he'll fiending ass fans. Hill fans gonna say otherwise, of course, because they like their champion to have breaks like that tribal dickheads. But anyway, let's keep going.
Already, and I completely disagree with you. I think it's been a massive success with Seth Rollins. He's been defending it regularly, and you have him in big time feuds with the Judgment Day, which is a huge thing on Raw. It's been a great success. I honestly, at first, I didn't even like the design.
I got a bad feeling they're gonna get that shit to defend. I hope only if they even cash in, he beats the face instead. Who knows? But I got a feeling they're gonna give it Judgment Day because it's just a Judgment Day takeover. Whatever. I
like the design. I like Seth Rollins being the champion, and I like the fact that we have 2 World Heavyweight Championships. It's cool. Tuafuti says Braun Breaker should be the next Paul Heyman guy, and that's not a bad idea. I know it kind of seems a little similar to Brock Lesnar, but at the end of the day, why not recreate magic? I think Braun Breaker has a little Brock Lesnar in him, and I think Paul Heyman could bring that out and make him feel like a super.
No comment, but if this would take to make Roman Reigns a face again, have him drop Roman and he pick him up instead, I'll be all for a babyface Roman to come back to my life.
Superstar immediately. So once he's done with Roman Reigns, this might not be a bad idea for Paul Heyman if he wants to continue being on screen instead of just a backstage guy. Jacob says Carmelo Hayes will be better than Chris Jericho ever was. And yeah, I'm sorry, Jacob, you can't be saying crazy things like this. It's a hot take. I like the.
I will say this. This is where I go all kayfabe. It's I think Chris Jericho might be a face in a minute with the whole Don Callis thing, but that is a straight up hot take. I got mad love for Carmelo Hayes, especially now he's a babyface as well too. But nobody touching Chris. Nobody like him. That's too early to say this to have him touching Chris Jericho. Not me. He's not there yet.
The fact that you gave me a hot take, but it's just not right. Chris Jericho has had a legendary career.
Exactly.
He's done it all. He's won every championship and every promotion he's been in. Everything about him feels special, and he's still to this day putting over characters. To say that Carmelo Hayes is going to last for 25 years and do all the work that Chris Jericho has done, I just don't think that's realistic. It's possible. There's always a possibility. There's always a chance. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Chris Jericho is a one of a kind. Jackson says Pretty Deadly is off.
Yes, they are. I can't stand their ass. There are iconic 2.0, but worse.
And I couldn't disagree more. I think Pretty Deadly is a great tag team. I want to see these guys win the WWE Tag Team Championships in the near future. I think they have so much character. I think the crowd hates them, and that's what makes them so great. Pretty Deadly are great. I love it. I want to see more of them. Sean says that Goldberg needs one more Mania match to retire. He's a
I would say yeah, true. I would say true, but again, who would go against? But I said that'd be true. That's kind of true.
Legend and a big draw, and I agree. I want to see him wrestle either Braun Breaker or maybe Biggie if Biggie is cleared to return. Ooh. But then again, maybe it's not a great idea with Biggie and Goldberg, just because Goldberg is not the greatest wrestler in the world, and he does hurt his opponent sometimes. So maybe Braun Breaker beating Goldberg and passing the torch would be a nice match. Tony Lopez says the man who should end Gunther's title reign is Johnny Gargano.
I would not be against that idea at all. Give him something to do. That will give him something to do, for one. You know, I kind of want Drew McIntyre to be the one to do it, but this will give him something to do. I am definitely totally not against that at all.
And absolutely not. We all know there's one person right now that's going to end his reign, and that man is Drew McIntyre. The WWE would not have brought him back if he's not going to win the IC Championship and beat Gunther at SummerSlam. It would be a big disappointment if that doesn't happen. I say let Gunther lose to Drew McIntyre, and then at WrestleMania 40, he could have a match with the Beast incarnate.
That would be a good match. That'd be a good match. Here, bro, Dub always call him UK Brock. That would be a good match right there. Him and Brock. I think, and somebody made this interesting take as well too on one wrestling group. Cody Rhodes and Brock. After Cody Rhodes possibly, hopefully he beats him in the rubber match or SummerSlam, Brock's gonna give him his blessing and endorse him to be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns, and he'll turn babyface again. This would be a good face for Gunther. If he still be a heel on a babyface Brock again, I can see that. Or a tweener anti-hero Brock, I can see that.
Gil says that traditional 5 versus 5 matches at Survivor Series are better than War Games matches.
I'm going to say 50-50. I like the War Games, it's different. I love it. I miss it doing NXT, but let's see what he said.
Then I completely agree. This is a hot take I finally do agree with. I think the traditional tag team match, tagging everybody, that's just, to me, that's one of these staples of Survivor Series. So I love it. I don't want to see it go away, but I don't mind seeing a War Games every now and then when there's a big faction or whatnot. So I don't mind about that, but I do prefer the old traditional matches just because that's, that's how I grew up watching wrestling. It was what I loved to watch, as a kid. Nimbus says, give Ricochet the World Heavyweight Championship, and absolutely not. Do not give Ricochet the World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe give him the Tag Team Championship.
Not yet. Eventually, but not yet. I like it, but not yet. I will love it, but not yet.
Or even the US or IC title, but definitely not World Heavyweight Championship material. Top Hat Jack 4970 Discord says Chad Gable needs a mid-card push so he could battle.
I'm all for that.
Gunther, that would be one hell of a match. I don't really think you need to take him away from Otis in order to accomplish this.
No, don't take away from Otis,
match. I don't think he's going to win the IC Championship. I honestly prefer seeing Otis and Chad Gable together and becoming tag team champions sometime in the future. I think they're a great tag team.
Yeah.
I think the crowd loves them, and also the IWC loves them, so why would you break them up? I don't see a point in doing that anytime soon. Let them keep riding together as a tag team. The next hot take says that Bronson Reed should be the next US champion, and I disagree.
No. Yep. And yeah, that guy.
Bronson Reed's on Raw, first of all, but besides that, LA Knight should be the one who beats Austin Theory and becomes the next United States champion. The next hot take says that they never got the hype for Jeff Hardy. Matt was the one who put the input in for the legendary matches, and Jeff just showed up and did fearless stunts. He's essentially emo Shane McMahon.
He's emo Shane McMahon. I never understood the Jeff Hardy hate. I get it. He's a daredevil or anything, but he pulling some bangers on me. And he's going to the mic. I don't get the hate. I know Matt have his way, but let's hear what he say.
And I thought this was a hilarious hot take.
It was hilarious.
Emo Shane McMahon. Like, where'd you come up with that? That's great stuff. But no, Jeff Hardy was loved because this man literally would do these crazy fearless stunts that nobody would want to do. And those are the memories that we will forever cherish. So that's why there is hype for Jeff Hardy. That's why I loved him as a kid. And that's why I bought his action figures and threw it across the room, because that's something you would do in real life. 90s. And the last hot take says that Cody versus Brock is the best feud.
I literally just said it in one of my groups. This is definitely, especially after that promo this past Monday, this is definitely Cody's best. This is gotta be. This is definitely one of Cody's best feuds. Especially, especially in WWE. This is definitely his. It's definitely his best one in WWE. This is definitely his best feud. And this is I'm saying it. This is literally his best feud. This brought the best out of him. You know what I'm saying this really brought the best out of him. If he wasn't great already, this definitely brought the best out of him. I mean, I already loved him already as a base, especially as well, especially when he came to WWE. I mean, this rivalry is really making me forgive WWE for not pulling the trigger on him getting the championship. This feud has been a big ass apology for folks who thought that they did Cody Rhodes dirty. Apology accepted. Apology accepted. I forgive you for the BS ending of WrestleMania for not letting Cody be the one to win. Then I forgive you. This is a apology. This is the best apology they gave us. I'll say it like that. I'll put it in respect. This is the biggest apology they gave us right here. But let's go.
Of 2023 so far, and I'll just say Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns, Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, the entire Bloodline storyline. Out of those 3 other feuds I just named, you really think it's Brock versus Cody? I don't know about that one.
I would say this a bit about but I think I ain't read it through. That's feud of 2023. That is true. This Bloodline Civil War is pretty cool as well too. Know what I mean, but like I always said, them involving faces in this Bloodline storyline made this interesting as well too. But yeah, but what I say about Cody versus Brock in general, I mean it. This was literally a big apology for what happened in WrestleMania. This is really the big apology for folks who didn't like the ending of WrestleMania. This feud is a big ass apology right there, and all I'll say is apology accepted. I forgive you. But other than that, good hot takes as always from Pllanna. I like the hot takes from Pllanna. Now me gives me to express myself as well too, Now I'm saying most I agree, one I disagree with that he agreed with. There's some we was here at as well too. But other than that, that's one thing about Pllanna production though. The hot takes video is pretty cool. I mean, I don't like how you dick ride some of the hills sometimes, but that's another story. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. Unless you're ahead of time, I'm more pressed with time, so if I got time tomorrow or whenever, I'll just wait till next week for to do the wrestling joke, because I really want to get the LA Nace videos at the way, because channels like the one I just reacted to, nothing against them, but YouTube is not friendly with them type of channels. That's all I'm gonna say. Other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. This is in Wrestling Wednesday with literally 3 wrestling videos in one video, which is Decipher. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. More love.